Hey everybody, I'm here to tell you some pretty interesting WWE facts that I found out about. So to start off, I'm going to talk about Cody Rhodes. Some people may know Cody Rhodes is a fan of the game The Legend of Zelda. If not, then there you go. But not a lot of people knew that in between 2007 and 2008, Cody Rhodes had a Triforce on his boots. Now that's pretty cool. Another fact about Cody Rhodes is that he actually needed his mask because Rey Mysterio really did break his nose. Triple H goes by many nicknames: the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, but his most popular one is The Game. But what most people don't know is that the nickname The Game was a nickname that was originally intended for Owen Hart, but Triple H adopted it in honor of him. For several years, Bruno Sammartino, the man who has held the WWE title for nearly 8 years, refused to be inducted into WWE's Hall of Fame, mainly because he hated the WWE. He hated how pro wrestling became sports entertainment. During Sammartino's reign, wrestling was considered a real sport, but now it's like a soap opera. What made Sammartino hate WWE even more was the Attitude Era. He hated the edgy storylines, the swearing, the naked divas, and etc. But thanks to Triple H, Sammartino was convinced that WWE has changed. Sammartino watched the program and was very impressed. And because of this, Bruno Sammartino was recently inducted into WWE's Hall of Fame. The shortest WWE Championship title reign goes to Andre the Giant, who has held the belt for a mere 30 seconds. Pat Patterson unified the North American Heavyweight Championship and the South American Heavyweight Championship to create the Intercontinental Championship. Batista's longest-running World Heavyweight Champion by having the belt for 282 days by beating his rival and former friend Triple H, who used to hold the record with 280 days. Hulk Hogan vs. King Kong Bundy is the only cage match in WrestleMania history. Speaking of WrestleMania, WrestleMania 1 was the only WrestleMania to not feature a WWE Championship match. WrestleMania 2000 is the only WrestleMania to not feature a traditional male singles match. WrestleMania 6 and WrestleMania 18 are the only WrestleManias held outside of the United States. They were both held right here in Toronto. Before WrestleMania 26, when Shawn Michaels was retired by The Undertaker, Shawn was forced to retire after receiving a back injury from a casket match with The Undertaker at Royal Rumble 1998. Fortunately, Michaels was able to recover and come out of retirement in 2002 as the newest member of the New World Order. At WrestleMania 27, Sting was originally supposed to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania instead of Triple H. Sting was really looking forward to wrestling The Undertaker. He was one of the few wrestlers he wanted to wrestle before retiring. Sadly, the deal never happened. There were promos going around talking about the date 2/21/11, and people assumed it was for Sting's return. Instead, it was for Undertaker. A few weeks after Triple H vs. Taker was confirmed, the exact same promo was on TNA, but this time it was for Sting. It was a little bit different and had a different day, but it was pretty much the same thing. Howard Finkel's the only person in WWE to appear at every single WrestleMania. The original idea of SmackDown was an all-women's wrestling show. The McMahon's family crest was on the undisputed title. Eddie Guerrero's father, Gory Guerrero, invented the camel clutch. Now there are a few WWF superstars that are still in the WWE, but did you know R-Truth was one of them? Yeah, R-Truth was here in WWF. Surprisingly, he is also 41 years old. All Snow's creepy mannequin head was a model for Mankind's mask. The Ultimate Warrior has the highest win percentage with 88%. The WWE tag titles have changed more hands than any other title in the WWE. WWE used to own an American football team called the XFL. Yoshitatsu once beat up Sheamus in real life. The story goes like this. Yoshitatsu, Sheamus, and Ted DiBiase all lived together as roommates. Sheamus apparently acted like he was the head of the apartment while the three lived together. Sheamus used a bunch of things in the apartment that didn't belong to him, specifically a protein drink mixer. When Tatsu and DiBiase confronted him about this, it made Sheamus upset enough to react physically. Sheamus threw the protein drink mixer at Tatsu, who then caught it like a ninja. Sheamus went to attack Tatsu, who then apparently whooped his ass. It says in some articles that Sheamus was even on the verge of crying. Now that's pretty hilarious. This just proves that size really doesn't matter. Well, those are all of my facts. Feel free to comment on any interesting facts that you think should have been mentioned. And if you enjoyed this video, check out my WWE records video, where I talk about several records that Superstars and the company itself hold. Stay tuned for more WWE videos, and I hope you all have a nice day.